guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are continuing the Zodiac series, and today I'm going to be discussing Leo, my lions. Next up I have Virgo, and last but not least I have my Libras. I did get a couple of comments regarding my Scorpio look, like when I will be doing that, but I actually already did that. So I started with Scorpio because I'm a Scorpio. I was kind of nervous about this one because I feel like Leos don't take constructive criticism well, or they just don't like anything negative said about them. I do know some Leos, but I don't know as many Leos as I know other signs. So that's why I kind of hesitated. Along with Virgo and Libra, I feel like there just aren't too many in my life. Like I know a handful, but I just don't know a lot of them. As soon as I started the Zodiac series, I knew that for Leo, I wanted something fiery and red and orange, a little bit yellow, and I wanted curly hair. Although my hair is pretty straight and I have a keratin in it, I knew that I wanted to achieve like a curly hair look because you guys are freaking lions and your hair is always popping. Like every Leo that I know has good thick hair, usually curly, but really good hair. So I knew that for this video I wanted my hair to be curly. I ended up clipping it back and I really like how it came out. And for the look, I knew that I wanted something bold and just out there because you guys are super bold and out there. So I wanted my makeup to be different, and so I did a bold lip, which for most of my Zodiac videos I've done a nude lip, mainly because I love nude lipstick, but also because I knew that in my head when Leo came around I had to go off and do like an orangey red. Like I already planned that from the beginning. I knew that I wanted you guys to be apart because I can really tell a Leo apart from a crowd like that. So Leo season starts July 23rd and ends August 22nd. So you guys are between Cancer and Virgo, which I feel like is such a weird position to be in because you guys are unlike Virgos or Cancers. To me, a Leo is a Leo, but whenever I talk to a Leo, I always hear the, oh no, you're describing an August Leo, I'm not like that. Or no, that's July Leos, I'm totally not like that. Like I feel like whenever I talk to a Leo about them, they always want to say, no, that's not me, that's the other type. Like I'm not that bad type, I'm this type. And it's not like I'm saying anything negative about them, but it's kind of like they just want to play devil's advocate and be like, no, there's a whole different side of this type of Leo, I'm a different kind of Leo. Like I said, to me, a Leo is a Leo, a lion is a lion, and you can dress it up in something else, but it's still a lion, you know what I mean? My guess would be that the July Leos, because they're closer to Cancer season, would be more of that loving, gentle lion kind of love, and then the August Leos would be more of that like hear me roar, in your face, logical and analytical, because they're closer to Virgo season. Like Virgos and Leos are so different to me. I honestly couldn't even picture similarities between the two, except for like maybe the pride. But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and talk about Leos. I don't know too many female Leos. I do know a handful, but I don't know enough. Like I want to know more. I guess because I'm a Scorpio and I'm a fixed water sign, you guys being fixed fire signs, we seem to clash a little bit. And I think it's because Scorpios and Leos always want to have the last word or are always trying to be in the spotlight. So the way that I see Leos, you guys are powerful, brave, smart. I'm gonna just go out and say it right here, right now. You guys are the ultimate entrepreneurs out of all of the Zodiac signs. You guys are power hungry. You guys like to level up. You guys like status. And I feel like you guys really truly don't like to conform to a 9-to-5. Aries and Sagittarius are the other two fire signs. And I would say that out of all of the fire signs, you guys are the entrepreneurs. You guys are the bosses. You guys are the ones that are like self-made. It's like you guys were designed to lead. I feel like you guys are a game of chess. Like you make your moves accordingly, and I feel like you guys are very strategic, whereas all of the other signs will have goals, and yeah, they might achieve them, but a Leo will most definitely achieve their goals. The type of goal that a Leo has is so exact. They'll actually dream of like a car, the year, the color, the model, and they'll go out and get that exact model. Like a true lion or lioness, you guys like feed your family, you protect those around you. I feel like it's an honor to be in a Leo's closest circle because you guys are super selective about who you choose to be around you, because you know that whoever's in your pack is going to reflect you. If you want to know some dope people, get to know a Leo's friends. But just like you guys pick winners in your circle, I feel like it's important for you guys to kind of have some people around you that you feel in one way or another, like subconsciously or not below you, but people that kind of help boost your ego, that are not going to steal the limelight from you guys. Because at the end of the day, you guys like to shine. You guys like the limelight. And I've heard some Leos try to debate this with me, like, no, I don't like attention, I'm more of a low-key person. Let's be real. When you guys are in a group, you guys are usually the loudest. You guys are usually talking about yourselves or what you guys do you guys like to state your opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like whenever I say that you guys like to talk a lot or be outspoken or be the center of attention, I think you guys automatically take that as a negative thing, and I don't take that as a negative thing. I think you guys are strong and powerful, and when in a group setting, you guys take the mic, like you guys take the lead. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just acknowledging it that I think you guys don't really do. I actually have 2 Leo cousins who are completely different. I'm gonna have to find out if one's in July, one's in August Leo, but whenever they're around, the conversation always leads back to them some way or somehow. It's just inevitable. Like they like to talk about their achievements, or they kind of like to probe people to ask them about themselves. I don't mind that. Like I just sit back and I let them kind of, you know, talk about themselves and boast about themselves. Like I don't mind that. Like I'm here like, yeah, you guys are freaking dope. It's just so funny to watch certain signs react to Leos, because I feel like you guys are so easily misunderstood, and you guys tend to get a lot of hate because you're so awesome at what you do, and because you actually meet your goals, and because you guys are money oriented. Like it's such a taboo subject. But if you really want to see something comical, have a Pisces talk to a Leo about money or about success. 2 complete different approaches. Because Leos are so driven, I feel like a lot of their conversations are about leveling up and what's the next move. And so I think some people, when they're dealing with Leos or are dating Leos, can kind of feel a little bit like, is that all there is to you? Like what about emotions? I don't find Leos to be super deep when it comes to emotions like a Scorpio or like a Cancer. There's a difference between being affectionate and being emotional. And so I think people who date Leos kind of mistake the two. Years can pass by and they can't really think about you guys being emotional, but they confuse the attention that you give them with emotion. I hope I'm making sense here, but I read something somewhere once that said like Leos end up with people who you wouldn't expect them to, and I totally agree with that, because you would expect someone who is the ringleader to have someone just as equally like bossy right next to them, like a king and a queen, you know, like sitting on their throne. But I feel like Leos always end up with the cheerleader type. If they've had a long day, you know, hustling and making moves, they want to come home to someone who's like, good job, I'm here for you, let's talk about your day. So one of my cousins who is a Leo dates a Gemini, and they're completely opposite. The Gemini loves to just chill, listen to everyone else converse, and the Leo is the type to like stand up on the couch and, you know, roar and like tell their story and tell you how many times they've been on TV and all of this like show. And so it works, because imagine 2 people like that. Like it would clash so much if both people were trying to like steal the mic. And it's not like you guys go for people who aren't doing anything. You guys do want to be with someone who has goals, but I just don't think those goals could be bigger than yours. I think you guys really want to seek people who are as equally ambitious as you, but in the end, kind of, you don't settle for it, but you kind of just end up with someone who lets you have that mic and lets you shine and isn't trying to outshine you, because don't ever try to outshine a Leo, because it's not gonna happen. So here it says for strengths: creative, passionate, generous, warm-hearted, cheerful, humorous. I feel like you guys can be very generous, but only when you really want to or when you've met your goals, because I know some stingy Leos. For weaknesses, it says arrogant, stubborn, self-centered, lazy, and inflexible. It says that you guys like to go to the theater, taking holidays. Yes, you guys love vacations, being admired, expensive things, bright colors, and having fun with friends. And you dislike being ignored, facing difficult reality, and not being treated like a king or queen. And I'm gonna go ahead and add there for dislikes, being embarrassed. One time I very slightly embarrassed a Leo. Like it wasn't on purpose. I didn't mean to embarrass them. It was just like a joke. It was a situation where I kind of pointed out something about a Leo to a group, and boy was that a mistake. That Leo did not forget about that ever. They'll try to keep tabs on me to try to embarrass me. I don't really get that embarrassed. In certain situations, I really don't care. So it's kind of comical to me, but I was really taken by surprise. I didn't know how much you guys hate being embarrassed or put on the spot. Like, you don't like to be put on the spot if it's for something negative. They take that personally. So if you're dating a Leo, do not cheat on that Leo. Do not look at another guy. Do not even insinuate. Don't do it, because they are very prideful and they can be quite possessive and jealous, especially to their partners. They usually like someone who is super, super devoted to only them. When the roles are reversed, I feel like Leos can be quite flirty and have that wandering eye. You guys like to flirt around, but don't like your partner to do so. It's not that you guys like to flirt. Okay, you guys are gonna say, no, we don't like to flirt. We're just very social. Okay, I will say though, Leo females are a little bit different than the Leo males. I feel like the Leo males are the ones that are a little bit more possessive, a little more jealous, controlling. Not all the time, but but maybe all the time. But Leo females, I do find them to be fiery and feisty and very possessive with like their kids or their like friends. I don't really know how Leo females are in relationships. I only know a few that are in relationships. A lot of them aren't, but I feel like they're a little bit more chill. There are a lot of Leos in the media, like in the industry, because you guys love to put on a show. So there's a lot of Leo actors, musicians, creatives, just so many successful Leos. I mean, when I think of Leo, I think of J-Lo. Even just her hair, like the blonde, crazy mane, curly, and just the fact that she's always like in another project and always like at it. I mean, she looks amazing for her age because I feel like she doesn't stop. Like she always wants to do better. She always wants to look better and be better and like work out and do all of these things because she's just like in competition with herself. Actually, she is dating a Leo, so that's a Leo and Leo relationship. So A-Rod and J-Lo, I feel like she's totally more into him than he is into her. Personally, I don't like them together, but that's just me. So why did I think Kylie Jenner was like a Libra? I don't know, but Kylie Jenner is a Leo, and now that I know that, everything makes sense because a lot of people don't like Kylie Jenner, but I don't think she really cares. I think she's about her money, she's about her success. So I'm gonna go ahead and read to you some other famous Leos. Actually, my favorite Leo in this whole bunch is Barack Obama. So Barack Obama doesn't really come off as a super arrogant type, but we can all agree that he isn't shy. I mean, he really knows how to speak in front of people. Like, he speaks so well. So Shawn Mendes, Demi Lovato, Tom Brady, who I have the ultimate crush on. But have you ever seen Tom Brady get angry? It's pretty intense. Bretman Rock is a Leo, and I mean, come on. Like, he was born for what he does. I feel like he's totally a Leo. We have Whitney Houston, R.I.P. Jennifer Lawrence, Madonna, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a Leo. I mean, it doesn't get more Leo than him. Sandra Bullock, Halle Berry, Robert De Niro, Bill Clinton, Steve Martin, Patrick Swayze. I mean, these are all people that really like the limelight. And like I said before, I think you guys are compatible with Geminis, Cancers. I think you guys just go well with anyone who's gonna let you shine, who shines on their own, but who really lets you shine, because you guys do put yourselves first. And again, there's nothing wrong with that unless it gets to an extreme where the people around you don't feel like you care about them. But putting yourself first isn't something negative. I feel like when people hear that, they're like, oh my god, no, I'm not like that. But you do have to fill your own cup before you do fill anyone else's. So it's important to have that self-love. It's important to be confident. And I think at the end of the day, you guys do love love. Like, I find Leos to be relationship kind of people. I've heard Leos are promiscuous and don't like relationships, and you can find them always being single. I feel like for the male Leos, I feel like they're always in relationships. Like, they jump from long relationship to long relationship. They don't really give themselves that time. Even when they're in a relationship, not that they act single in a sense of like cheating, but they act single in a sense of putting themselves first. And so they always feel like they have that to themselves, so they can be in a relationship and still grow and still level up. And so that's why they go from relationship to relationship, because they don't even feel like that single time is necessary. So it's like they're always single, but they have somebody. So that's kind of that. And then for female Leos, I feel like sometimes they get so focused on work that they don't socialize with people. They don't have like that soft side to them. And so I feel like female Leos, I can see them being single. But then we have people like J-Lo who just jump, literally hop from relationship to relationship and are always looking for love in every single way. But at the end of the day, she still puts herself at that high level too, because she's always like working on projects and movies and TVs and all this other stuff, and like on herself and her body and all these other things. So I think you guys are relationship kind of people. But of course, that's just my opinion, my observation. This is what I've gathered about Leos. So like in every other video, please let me know what you guys think about Leos. If you are a Leo, if you're dating a Leo, if you're married to a Leo, divorced to a Leo, have a parent who's a Leo. I feel like I learn a lot from you guys in the comments when you guys tell me about yourselves, who you're dating, who you're married to, who you don't get along with. There's only so much that I can observe, and of course I'm observing it from a Scorpio point of view. So I really love hearing your guys' point of view in the comments. So please let me know all about Leos. So now that I've talked about Leo forever and ever, which I'm pretty sure you guys didn't mind, let's go ahead and jump into this tutorial. So starting off, I'm using a concealer with an Alamar Cosmetics brush to clean up underneath my brows. And then I went in with the P.Louise eyeshadow base on my eyes, just so that the eyeshadows can really stand out. I first went into the Zodiac palette by Kathleen Lights, and I used Taurus in my crease. And then I took Huda Beauty's Topaz Obsessions. I took this really pretty like mustard yellow, and I just put that right above my crease. Then I went into that same palette and took this orange shade and went a little bit lower. pretty much for this look, it's just a lot of blending, a lot of layering. So then I jumped right back into the Kathleen Lights ColourPop palette, and I'm actually using the shade Aries, which is a really pretty orange on the lid, and then Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions just on that outer V to kind of give it a little bit more of a red tone. I filled in my brows with the Anastasia medium brown Brow Wiz. And now we're going to jump into the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions, a little bit of the orange and a little bit of that darker brown in the outer V. I really just wanted this look to be super like clean, but yet still blended. So I really just layered. I added a lot of like definition to the eyes with different brushes. And then to really make the lid pop, I used Leo by the ColourPop palette with Kathleen Lights right in the center. This really just made it pop. And then I stuck on some lashes. These are Lilly lashes. I'm pretty sure in the style Miami. And then I just went over the lash band with this mineral eyeliner that I'm trying out from Whole Foods. And here I'm just kind of cleaning everything up, making sure that the lid is precise and it stands out. And then I applied that same Leo shade in my inner corners, and then Tatcha primer on my face, pretty much all over. For foundation, I used the Lancome foundation, the Teint Idole, and it is a bit tanner than my face. Well, it's a lot more tan than my face, but it does match my body. So I'm just going to blend that out with a beauty blender. And then for concealer, we're going to be using Tarte Shape Tape, of course, and I'm using the shade, I'm pretty sure I'm using the shade light medium. Sometimes I use light medium or light neutral. And then just blending that out with a beauty blender. With this look, you really just want to take your time and make sure that the lid is separated from the crease colors. For under eye powder, I'm using this one from Sacha, and it's the light yellow color, not the regular yellow, but this one's like a pale yellow. I got it on Amazon, and I really do love it. Here, I'm pressing it into my forehead, not really baking it there, because I get oily on my forehead and my nose, so I'm just kind of pressing it in and then wiping a little bit off. This is like my new favorite bronzer. This is the KKW Medium Contour Kit, this orange bronzer. I need to figure out what shade it is so I can buy it in a single. Here I'm just wiping away that Sacha powder with a Surratt brush. And then I went in with some of the oranges that I used in my crease underneath my eyes. And then I went in with some liner. I used a black liner this day because I really wanted my eyes to pop. For blush, I use this one from Laura Mercier. It's one of their new blushes. I'm pretty sure the color is peach. I'll have it down below. It has a really nice like gold iridescence to it. And then for my lower lashes, I'm using L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. I sprayed myself with the fresh vitamin nectar water, which I'm also obsessed with. And then Elcie Cosmetics Pearly Glaze as a highlight. This one is so stunning. It's like really bright and it just looks like butter on the skin. I went into the Shayla palette, the Perception, and I used Unbothered in my inner corner and then Thick, like Ushi Thick, underneath my eyes because it's a really pigmented orange. And then for lipstick, I'm using this one from Revlon, and it is in So Lit, and it's a matte finish, but I did apply some translucent powder right on top to really mattify it. It's like an orangey red, and I felt like it went perfect. And I also used a Makeup Forever lip liner just to define them a little bit more. So here I was just trying to see what I was doing with my hair. I couldn't decide. I'm dancing a little bit, feeling myself. You know the vibes. And this is the final look. I absolutely love how it came out, and I hope you guys do too. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Mwah.